Hello, this is Cinnamon Sunshine, your Native American, Black Indian. I'll start this with a prayer. I'm covered by the blood of Jesus. I'm covered by my ancestors. I am covered by my ancestors that dwell in the light as well as the dark, as well as other entities that look out for my best interest. If my voice is hoarse, this weather is everywhere here. It's bipolar. That's what it is. It's bipolar. It was, oh my God, what, 30 degrees yesterday or last night freezing, and tonight it's 50, and then sometime this week it's going to be 70 or 69, and then it's all over the place. Anyway, the subject tonight is surviving an illegal police invasion. You never survive it. You never forget it. It stays with you forever. I think I've mentioned this on some of my videos. Since that happened, when the police broke in my house, lied and said I was crazy, dragged me out, took me to the nut house when I asked them, the little cop, Brandon, the little bitch's name is Brandon. I said, if I've done something wrong, take me to jail. Oh, no, I'm not going to take you to jail. I'm going to take you to the nut house. That way nobody will believe you. So he gets on the phone with Renita Mayton. Remember that name. That's an ugly, dirty bitch. She's a social worker. He got on the phone with her as he was getting out of the car because they put me in the back of the police car. And he said to her, let's get our story right. I'm going to say there's a special place in hell for both of those loser sons of bitches. I'm going to call her a son of a bitch too. Surviving it. Going back to surviving it. You never really survive. I have nightmares. That's what I was getting at. I have not had a restful night's sleep since that happened. February 7th, the night of the 6th. The 6th turned into the 7th. 2018. I literally have not slept without nightmares. Or I can't sleep. Because I keep picturing and hearing, not that I hear anything, in my nightmares, them busting through the door and dragging me out. A bitch motherfucker by the name of Colonel Mickey Williams. He is a racist weirdo. That son of a bitch said to me, did not tell you, look bitch, you not my goddamn daddy. Did not tell you, don't tell me shit. I'm a grown ass woman in my house. Who the fuck are you but some bitch ass, crooked, weird ass cop that's committing a crime, dragging me out of my house. He reached in my door after they called the fire department, with the jaws of life to bust my door open. All this because I wouldn't allow them in without a warrant. Grabbed me by my collar and threw me on my own goddamn porch. There were 20 cops, 20 bitches, beating and banging on my doors and windows, putting lights in through the window. Keep in mind, y'all, I hadn't done shit. Haven't done a goddamn thing other than tell that little bitch Brandon that he couldn't come in my house. What is he and Williams fucking? I mean, what's up with this? So they come back with 20 goddamn cops beating and banging on the doors and windows. Memphis has a lot of problems. It has a lot of problems. It's all with the corruption and conspiracy. I think a lot of them that commit these crimes against people like me, and I know for a fact I'm not the only one that has experienced this. They've done this to many people. What they do is a runoff. They retire. They go run. Alexis Pugh took her bitch ass back to Maryland, they tell me. Bitch, they can go get your bitch ass from Maryland, bitch. Because you've done a lot of shit here. Stealing from the pound, I said it. Stole money. There are volunteers that can verify that that bitch was in there stealing. Stealing dogs. You stalked me. You harassed a lot of people. Bitch, Maryland is a flight away, bitch. Don't think you got away with anything. Don't think you got away with anything. That bitch was such a tyrant. Even the white rescues, I've heard a couple of them say they were scared of that bitch. What the fuck is that bitch? She's not even from here. The fuck were y'all being scared of that bitch for? The guy that they have is Mayor Paul Baby. You need to just throw in a towel because you can't handle it. He looks like he's on antidepressants. He's got that bloated medication look to him. That motherfucker looks stressed as hell. Baby, you need to just, it's no problem. Just take your ass on to the house. If they paid you to run for mayor and fix something, just give them their money back. I'm sure your wife hadn't spent it all. And take your ass on home. I don't see where you're equipped to do shit. It's just going to get worse with you. You don't have the cojones. You don't have the balls for this, baby. You don't have the balls, and it's okay. Take your toys and go home. I don't see you making it through this. It's too much shit. You can't leave. I saw where they said that he left on a interview he did. I've always watched political stuff ever since I was a preteen. Ugh. I've watched all that shit forever. You said that you didn't have time to look for a new police director, because I won't call that bitch no damn chief. We ain't never had no goddamn chief here. See, these people from somewhere else always come here trying to change shit. Bitch, go take your ass back where you came from. I'm pissed my tax dollars has to pay this bitch. I'm all off subject. In her retirement. Bitch, get that bitch out of here. You have to start with a new staff, baby. You can't just come in here and keep the old people. And then you kept that motherfucker that was the interim for the dog pound. Hit them. No. Get rid of that motherfucker. He's killing left and right. You got to have your own people. No, baby. You can't do that. Get rid of him. He's no good. And that 501 is attached to the pound. If you go back some years, a lot of people have complained about them, and I am too. Get rid of them too. You have to start with a clean slate. You cannot run a city on somebody else's agenda. You cannot put this in autopilot. It's too crucial. Crime cannot do anything but go to worse. It's going to quadruple. Watch what I tell you. It's going to quadruple. The 400 last year murders, it's going to quadruple. There's no leadership. And the ones that's corrupt are going to get even worse because there's no leadership. CJ ain't going to do shit. She busy getting her nails and eyebrows and hair done and makeup. And looking like my sister said, bitch, don't even look like she want to be here. She's just here for a check. She don't give a fuck. And Paul, it looks so lost. He's just deer in the headlights. He looks like they just perched him up there. I swear he looks like he's on some antidepressants. And I'm not knocking him. Baby, if that's what you need, sugar, that's what you need. But you need to let somebody else that can run Memphis run it. That was the song you played, wasn't it? Who's running it, baby? You're not. You're not. You're not. You're not doing it. I need my dogs returned to me. That's what I need. You can start with that. You're going to have people, cops, dog pound. I rebuke this, but they're running amok because you're like a substitute teacher that nobody takes seriously. The people don't take you seriously. I don't know who that is that popped in, but you can pop back, baby. The people don't take you seriously. The police don't take you seriously. Nobody takes you seriously because you did not come in there. It's not about being mean. It's about coming in there on a mission. And you just look like you just there for photo ops. That's it. And it shows. You're doing more harm than good. You really are. You really are. Yeah, you're from here, but that's about it. Memphis needs someone that's born and bred, but you got to come with something better than what you're coming for. You're going to stress yourself out. You look stressed now. You look a hot mess. Even with the suit, face all bloated and shit. No, baby. It's no. No, 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 no. It's not going to be worth it for you. It's not. It's just more damage being done. I won't say what I think will probably happen in Memphis, but we have some ideas of what will probably happen because it just can't keep going in this direction. You got crime in the streets so bad. You've got corruption. You've got corrupt police, corrupt judges, everybody's all fucked, dog pound fucked up, corrupt. You just can't. All y'all do is keep stealing dogs and killing dogs and violating rights and people's rights on the streets and the crime in the streets and the murders and then shit. The judges, a lot of them are crooked and corrupt and the dirty lawyers. Something's gonna have to give, and it's got to give real soon. And I just don't feel like Paul Young is it. He's just not it. And I think it's more than he can handle. I see that when I look at him. Some of us have a spiritual eye. Some people look at people and they just see them. Some people look at them and they feel them. Do you understand what I'm saying? No, baby. No. I saw where someone commented, if you can get out of Memphis, you need to. Yeah, it's just that bad. It just is that bad. Not just the crime in the streets. What happened to me should have never happened to me. Never. Never. And it's happened to other people. And if it was not, because they would not allow my family to see me, that's a violation. That's against the law. They wouldn't let my doctor see me. You have a right to be seen by your own physician. Because they knew they were wrong. They knew it. Alive Rescue Memphis, one of their uncles was a social worker at Methodist that denied me going in front of a judge. Because they left me there for over 72 hours before I even saw the doctor there, which is illegal. What's her name? Renita Mayton, that was a dirty bitch. That was a dirty, nasty bitch. God gonna get you, bitch. He's gonna whoop your ass. Jesus gonna whoop your ass, bitch, you nasty bitch. And keep in mind, I had never met this bitch before. She's a social worker. So that bitch, when he got off the phone with her, the dirty little nigger boy cop that told me, no, I'm gonna take you to the nut house. That way nobody will believe you. He was on the phone with Renita or Renata Mayton, the social worker. So he tells me, just tell them what they want to hear. What kind of fucking shit is that? He was wanting me to tell Renita something when I got there that she could keep me and cover it. But because I wouldn't accommodate the black bitch, she decided to lie. That's all she could do was lie. And then the bitch walks up to me. You gonna tell me about your medical history. Bitch, you nigga bitch. I don't have to tell you shit, you funky nigga bitch. But I didn't say that because I was being held hostage. So I maintained very well. If anybody pulls any video and they have it, they refuse to release it. So we're going to have to do something about that. You will see I'm just as calm, in my right mind. I was actually more calm than they were. I was a prisoner of war, in my opinion, at that point. That bitch was livid. That bitch was mad. Then the bitch looked at me and said, you think you can do what you want to do? I'm going to tell you something, you ugly nigga bitch. You motherfucking right, bitch. I'm a grown motherfucking woman. And I was in my goddamn own house where I paid my motherfucking bills and taxes. You goddamn right I do what the fuck I want to do in my own house. Your ass gonna end up in jail, kidnapping people out of their goddamn house and lying on them. Now, how about that, bitch? You goddamn right. This black Indian right here still pissed, bitch. I'll be pissed forever. Because you lied on me. You falsified medical records. You falsified police records. And they did so much. I have to write it down. They did so much. And keep in mind, y'all, what's so crazy is I don't know these people. I don't know them. Other than Alexis Pugh sicked them on me, for one. And for two, we would have to, at some point, we're going to get a chance to interview them and find out what the fuck was your fucking problem? What the fuck was your fucking problem? It was insane. And then Mickey Williams threatened me when I went to the precinct that April, because this happened February 6th, 7th, 6th into the 7th. So in April, I'm trying to get a police report done. He refused to do a police report. And that weirdo bitch, because he's weird. He's strange. Like I told y'all on the last video. Yeah, I've heard things about him from other cops. He said, well, I'll do it again if I thought you needed it. Ha, ha, ha. And laughed in the precinct. God don't like ugly, y'all. Y'all did all this shit. And I'm not the only one. Y'all done that to other people. None of us get out of this life. Not me, not you, not anybody else. And what you did to me, my dogs and my babies, was extra cruel. You stole my, God's gonna steal something from you. Follow what I'm saying? I call it karma. I hadn't done anything to anybody. I was at my own home late at night getting ready to go to bed. I was in my right mind, not doing anything. But because they didn't get their way, they're just going to force their way in. They did so much shit. I had to do an outline because, I mean, it was this and this and this and that and this and that. And I'm just like, they need some mental evaluations and to be seen about, because there's something wrong with you to do somebody like that. And then to steal my dogs. Like one of my neighbors said, when they had me hostage, holding me against my will, they later told me that it was like they were trying to make something be. Like they stole you out of your house and they were just trying to make it seem like you were crazy or make it seem like you had abandoned your home. Because Alexis Pugh lied and said that my house was abandoned, and it's not, and it was not. So it's like they were trying to create something. It was true. Never been less than 3 nights a week. And when I tell you nightmares, it's like I relive it. I see it and I relive it in my dreams. Sometimes I'll go 7 nights a week with nightmares. I don't sleep. I don't rest. I don't rest. And nobody has a right to do that to you. So what gives me a little solace, and I'll share this with you, every time I wake up with a nightmare, I curse them. I pray to God that the same thing happens to them that they did to me. And anybody that has a problem with it, fuck you. The day you get dragged out of your house and done like I was done, and everything you love stolen from you, taken from you, and get harassed and stalked and dead animals left on your property, when you go through that, when you walk in my motherfucking shoes, then you can talk to me. Every time I wake up with a nightmare, I curse the hell out of them. I pray to God that they suffer. And that allows me to kind of be okay. I believe an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. And I fight too because I know I've met a couple. I know of other people they've done like this and they didn't fare too well. And to know for sure that they had planned on me losing my mind, but God and my ancestors and the universe said, no, not this and him. Not this black Indian Gullah Geechee woman right here. No, ma'am. You covered by the blood of Jesus. No, ma'am. They had planned on leaving me in that nut house, y'all. And when my endocrinologist, because I have Graves' disease, which they made worse, also have Ramsay-Hunt syndrome, and I'll talk about that maybe in another video. They made that so much worse. And it's worse than every time I don't have my dogs, it stresses my body out. Not my mind so much, my body. My body has been in fight or flight since that night. So every day they're doing damage. I'm sure they're enjoying hearing this to my body, to my system. Okay? But my endocrinologist, and she was an older lady that had been my endo for about 15 years. And she called the little psychiatrist, decrepit piece of shit. She kept calling. She was calling. She said she knew something was wrong because as a physician, she's my physician. He's supposed to talk to her. He got nervous, and that's what made him release me. He never did call her. He refused to call her. And when he finally released me, the night after they had broken in my house, they broke in my house that the night of the 13th, the 14th, that morning they released me. They worked together to steal my babies. He told me that he didn't know what to do. The dog pound and the police wanted him to keep me there. Now that's fucked up. If I was a white woman, if I was a white male, or if I was even a black man, they wouldn't have done this shit. Because I'm a female of color and they thought I was by myself, they tried that shit. I'll be the last one you try it on. I promise my heart to God. I know what I was about to say earlier. I don't just fight for myself and my babies. I fight for those that they've done this to, weren't able to fight. I fight for the ones that may have lost their mind behind what they did. It's people out there that they've done this to that weren't able to make it through it. Do y'all realize that? The damage that they've done? And don't forget, by law, if you're going to take some dogs and say that it's this, that, or the other, by law, they are to keep those animals because they are evidence until the case is over. This case still ain't over. They stole my babies out of the house, sold me out of the house because they wanted to make it look like I had abandoned them. Betty Mendoza, fuck you, you funky white trash bitch. Wanna be witch. Yeah, we know about you wanna be a witch. You funky bitch. You funky, 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 funky drug addict bitch. I had someone talk to me today and they were asking me about rescue. And I told them, don't fuck with them folks. None of them. If they want to donate, let them donate. Don't fuck with them folks. They sick. There's something wrong with them. And yes, I can call her a drug addict because she admitted to me she had been on heroin in the past. And not all, but a lot of rescue people here are ex-alcoholics, ex-druggies. I'm neither. I just love dogs. That's it. I like to eat. Oh, I like to eat. When you've been violated on the level that I've been violated and my family has been violated, you don't have a filter like that. You don't. It's not. You know how sometimes you try to be nice. Nice is going out the window. Nice went out the window when the paramedic tore up my beautiful front door, wooden door, and the motherfucker, he violated too, because he didn't even examine me, check me, talk to me. He was supposed to talk to me on the scene and do a quickie, examination. He did nothing. He should have protected me from them. He did nothing. He busted that door open. They jerked me out, and he did nothing, which is a violation of his oath. I'm a respiratory therapist as well. Been one 15 years, over 15 years. You take an oath to protect your patients. They went out of their way to cover up people's names. Shannon, that was a dog catcher. That bitch made a false 911 call saying I needed assistance at my house, knowing damn well I wasn't here. I was being held illegally. So do you all hear what I'm telling you? It's a lot of shit that happened. So they were hoping that time would pass and I would just go on. No, baby, I'm not going nowhere. I need my babies returned. You have been ordered to return them and refused. I'm the one that's left with the nightmares. I'm the one that's got family members that's actually got trauma from what y'all did. You traumatized every motherfucking body. I pray to God. I pray to God that someone does to you or someone you love what you did to me and mine. I said that on an earlier video. I don't know if my wish has been granted. My wishes. I have no way of knowing. But I pray to God to violate another human being and their animals the way you did. Yeah. Well, that's it for now. This is Cinnamon Sunshine, your Black Native American, and Gullah Geechee baby. I'm covered by the blood of Jesus. I'm covered by my ancestors. I'm covered by my ancestors that dwell in the light as well as the dark, as well as other entities that look out for my best interests. Good night.